first of all, thank you for the very insightful testimony. I think that we can agree that AI is certainly becoming a usable tool as we look to improve constituent engagement across the House. My first question, though, and this may be more for Dr. Novak or Mr. Ward, is how do you build a platform that would be useful as an AI tool, for example, using a chatbot that could actually give responses that are going to be accurate and or make sense? Are you looking at building some sort of customized LMM to actually interact with the House website? But secondly, how could you ensure that the responses that are being given are going to be customized to each office? Because, for example, Ms. Torres and I may have a different perspective on an ag issue. Can you talk a little bit about how you might do that?
No red light on my end. So I thank you for the question. I think one of the things that we've done in New Jersey, first of all, and that we've done through our work building tools for other states as well, is to start with internal-facing chatbots. So I think it's really important to recognize that these tools are extremely good for synthesizing information, and that's what's made it possible to do things like train an AI tool on a specific corpus of documents. So that would mean a member could, and it's something, by the way, that together with PopVox, the AI for Impact program, built the first and tested the first chatbot for a member, where we loaded it with all of that member's position statements, bill drafts, et cetera. And then the tools are getting much better at restricting responses only to what is in that corpus of knowledge. So that's one way to avoid the hallucination problem, number one. Number two, internal-facing tools, so that what you're doing is giving staff a tool that they can use to quickly give answers to people. So in New Jersey, for example, we're not using chatbots to answer constituent calls. You're not getting a machine. What you're getting is a human who in turn has a good lookup tool on their end that's allowing them to synthesize a lot of information. So I think the best place to start is with those tools for the people answering the phone to make their jobs easier. But the tools are allowing us to get better, especially when you train them to restrict their answers to a specific corpus of knowledge. That's also what's allowed us in New Jersey to bring down the time it takes to answer a call from 40 minutes to now 3 minutes. And modernize all of our call centers using some of these practices.
Fantastic. Would you like to add anything, Mr. Ward?
Yeah, I would just echo that. I think we have a lot of opportunities here internally for those chatbots. So there's a use case where staff is trying to find House operational information that could be on HouseNet. There's the data that is private to your office. That could be a different chatbot. There's data in your CMS. That could be a separate chatbot. And so it's just about structuring data the right way to enable those services.
Perfect, thank you. Dr. Neblo, I'm going to pivot to you. Your testimony highlighted the mismatch between public frustration and Congress's current engagement methods. What specific institutional reforms would help bridge this gap and make constituent input more actionable for members?
Thank you. It's a great question. At the Institute so far, we've had a relatively small set that we've implemented and have hard evidence on. And I try to follow a kind of political science Hippocratic oath. So I'll separate a little bit between what I have firsthand scientific evidence about and then some other ideas that we don't have as much backing on. But deliberative town halls, we have done, I forget how many now, and none have gone badly. There's some.
Define gone badly.
Okay, define gone. That's a great question. In no case has a member not gained trust approval. Voting for the member rates. Now, in some cases it's small. In other cases it's eye-popping. So gone wrong would be the member stuck their neck out, tried something new, and it hurt them in the eyes of their constituents. That's how I would define it. That has not happened once.
How do you ensure with a particular platform that you're utilizing, are you able to ensure that the individuals that you're connecting with are constituents of that particular member?
Yeah, that's one of the really nice things about doing the online town halls and doing them by invitation. In principle, somebody that we give the invitation to and have the verified link could give it to somebody else, but not be on at the same time themselves, right? So there is a little shadow of a possibility once in a while, but we have reason to think that we're talking about tiny numbers, maybe no one on that. The results are really quite large. Your predecessors on the select committee did a joint bipartisan town hall, and 2 weeks after it, affective polarization, dislike of the out party relative to the in party was as if 38 years ago. 38, I mean, over 100 studies have been published trying to lower affective polarization. This is the largest one, and most of the other large ones, you can't talk about politics. We need to learn how to talk about politics, right?
Thank you very much, Dr. Miller. I appreciate that.